guys, what's going on? If you're new, don't forget to like and leave a comment. So, today I'll be reacting to the just ended BET Awards on Impressive. Let's go straight into the video.
Everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. I want to talk about this year's BET Awards. I will say this year was pretty interesting, and I like some of the performances. First of all, I really like the fact that BET actually highlighted some black country artists this year. And honestly, I think Beyonce really opened up the door for Shabuzi and Tanner Adele to really get recognition. I really like the fact that they were highlighted. I love Shabuzi's performance. He performed his bar song Tipsy, and he brought Jake Quan out, who's the originator of the song
Does it
Tipsy.
sing? Does
And I
it
thought that was a
sing
cool
reggae
moment. And
song? Or
also, I
I
really
don't know
like Will
this
Smith's
artist.
performance. You know, every year BET has
Hmm?
to have
Will
some
Smith performed.
inspirational segment, and Will Smith
Whoa!
performed with the Sunday Service Choir, and
I
I've
missed
heard
the
this show
entire show.
before,
Oh,
and he performed his song "You Can Make It," and this is really Will Smith's comeback year because they really tried to end this man's career. They
yeah,
really
it's
did.
true.
Like Hollywood was done with Will Smith after
I
that
know, right?
Oscar slap, but he redeemed
Like,
himself.
I
He
don't
came
know.
back.
I'm so happy that he was able to, like, he didn't get depressed despite, like, all the backlashing that he received and all the treatment from his relationship with Jada and all that. Like, thank God that he didn't go into any, I mean, mental, really deep depression. Like, oh my God.
Back. He had one of the highest grossing movies this year with his movie Bad Boys 3. I'm just really happy for him. I'm really happy to see that he was able to bounce back from that huge setback in his career. I really am. I also love the fact that BET brought Lauren Hill
Wow.
out in the end. I thought that was great.
Nice
And it was a
costume.
pleasant surprise, too. She also came out with the Fugees and her son, YG Marley. It was great. Like,
How
Lauren
does
Hill
that
in
guy
her
in the
career
middle
is
look
absolutely
like?
timeless, and she puts on
What's
a
the name?
great show
Chance.
when
Yeah.
she's on time. But anyway, I want to get into some of these other performances. Honestly, this show was really about the
Yeah.
BET Awards really about
Megan's
the red carpet for
costume
a lot
was
of the
hot.
newer female artists out, and I think that was great. They especially rolled out the red carpet for the female rappers because they got a chance to perform their own songs.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get into the rap girls. Let's talk about these rap performances. I think the rap girls did good. Obviously, Megan leads the pack in comparison to the other girls. She opened up the show with her songs "Hiss" and "Boa" and "Where Them Girls At," and I thought she did
Okay,
great. Her
guys,
performance was
something just came into my head. Do you think Megan is trying to copy like Nicki's style of performance? Oh, this is her style. Like, what do you
was on
think,
point. Her
guys?
breath control was on point. Megan is pretty consistent when it comes to performing, so she never disappoints. I also really like the choreography a lot. It was definitely giving me heavy Beyonce inspiration. But I will say this. I just wish her
Uh,
songs had more pizzazz. You know, I feel like something is missing with her music. And also, when you see one Megan performance, you pretty much have seen them all. I mean, she doesn't really do anything too different. But I will say she had the strongest performance out of her peers. Also,
oh,
I
she
have to
also
give props to
performed?
Ice Spice because she also made
Oh,
a big improvement. Her stage presence and her
hot
breath
panda.
control has improved. She was moving around a bit on stage. Now, she wasn't giving full on 8 counts like Megan Thee Stallion, but she was moving a little bit. She actually put in a little more effort, and I think that is a good step. Ice Spice needs to continue to elevate her
What's that on her
performances
neck?
because I think people will
Oh,
definitely respect her more as an
I
artist.
don't know why the
BET
face on
Awards
the
girl, she performed
necklace
Big Mama and
resembles her.
Sunday Service. Lotto is talented and she could definitely perform, but for some reason her music is not exactly resonating. I don't know. I just feel like when I see Lotto
It's
perform,
true. Yeah,
it
Lasso
doesn't
doesn't really
stand
stand
out
out.
per se. So I don't know. Something was lacking
Mm-hmm.
in her performance. But the talent is there. That's what I will say. Lotto is talented, but something is missing. Also, Sexy Red performed Get It Sexy and You My Everything. And I have to say, Sexy Red is
Oh, yeah.
beautiful. She's entertaining. The fact that she used the whole
So,
presidential
like,
theme on her
because of
set
her
was
name,
so
she always
mysterious to
wear
me.
red
Like,
hair.
Sexy
Is
Red
that her
is
brand?
just, I don't know what to make of her. She's kind of my guilty pleasure. Even though I don't really agree with a lot of the things that she pushes, I can respect the fact that, she's out here grinding and doing her thing and she makes catchy music that the crowd loves. And the crowd was loving Sexy Red. She got the most energy from the crowd last night, and I thought
Oh,
that
but
was interesting. Also, Glorilla performed
this
Dead
one,
Low
this
to
one on the
me
red
and
carpet,
Wanna Be. And
she
honestly,
was in
I
black
was the
hair.
least impressed with Glorilla's performance out of her peers. I mean, she had all the bells and whistles, she had the
Wow,
dancers, the
I love
choreography,
the
she had
team.
the props, but she didn't deliver like the other girls. She sounded like she was out of breath at some points and she was censored a lot. I don't know. She just wasn't keeping up. And when Megan actually came on stage with her,
Mm.
Megan upstaged her completely. Let's be
Oh, I
honest,
wish I could
Megan
watch
played her
this, like
low
a
like an
recap or
amateur. So
something.
I think Glorilla really needs to polish up as a performer. She has potential, but she needs to work on it a little more. Now let's get into the real performance. Okay,
Mm.
all of the R&B girlies
Mm-hmm.
performed down.
Flaunting what they have.
I have to talk about it. But first, let me talk about Tyler
Oh,
Underwood. Now, Tyler
I
performed
heard she won the new
featuring Slimane
what's new
and
artist of the
Jonah,
year.
and I thought this was a good performance. I thought Tyler did her thing. Her energy seemed to be low. It seemed like the audience wasn't really connecting for some reason, but she still put on a good show. She sounded good. Her vocals were
Wow,
clean and clear. Her
wow.
breath control was on point. The
Her
choreography
performance would
was
have
cool.
like, I think
I
her
like her. I
performance
thought she
was
did a
nice.
great
Looking at
job,
the like
and she
whole
represented the
choreography.
South Africa well. So shout out to Tyler. Now, let's talk about Victoria Monet because
Mm.
Victoria Monet was clearly one of the highlights of the night. She performed On My Mama and she also performed All Right. And this performance was insane. The dance breaks, the transitions, the outfit changes, the scene changes, and she was singing live the whole time. No backing track, no nothing. Her mic was on. And I was gagging a little bit at that jacket switch and also the water scene. I mean, this was literally elite, top tier performing. She literally brought her music videos to life and she paid homage to the greats like Michael Jackson and Janet. She just executes her performances so well. She
Oh, so
executes at a
that's why
very high
she
level,
dressed like
very
that,
polished, very seasoned, and I think
like
she
with the
pulled
whole
off a
hat,
class
and
again.
then
She really
this
is a
was
star.
given like
Now, let me
Tupac
talk
style.
about this Usher tribute. A lot of people had some complaints. A lot of people had complaints because they felt like it
Simple,
wasn't completely
just a
up to
dress and
par.
white top.
They felt like there should
Simple
have been more
attire.
male singers in the tribute. The tribute was predominantly performed by female artists, and I thought that was great. I like the fact that BET actually gave a spotlight to these singers who typically don't get the chance to perform at other award shows. So I
Mm-hmm.
like that. But I can also agree that it would have been cool to see some very talented male singers like Lemonade, like Luke James, like Mario, like this newer singer named Josh Levi. He's talented. I think it would have been cool to have Chris Brown up there, but he's on tour and
Is that
also
Chris
he shared
Brown?
a scuffle with Usher, so I don't see that
Oh,
happening. But
he
it would have been
wasn't
cool to
there.
see that. But
Mm.
I noticed that you don't really see a lot of newer male R&B singers get much visibility in the industry, and I think that needs to change. I
Mm-hmm.
think the industry
Yeah,
has used rappers to push male singers out,
it's
and
true.
I don't
It's
like
like
that.
the
I don't like that
old
at all. I
like
think there needs to be
R&B
a
singers
shift.
that sat
We
there.
need to highlight and bring back male singers. There's a lot of them
Mm-hmm.
out there too. Don't get it twisted. There's a lot of them out there, but the labels need to push them more. That's what I think. But I'm not hating on the fact that BET selected mostly female performers. Now, Childish Gambino, he sang, and he was alright. He was kind of random,
Yeah,
actually.
isn't it
I didn't expect
because
him to be that good.
they selected male female performance because there are more of females doing music now compared to males? Well, probably that's the reason.
Him to be up there, but he didn't really give me Usher vibes, if you know what I mean. But he did decent. Also,
Ah, she
came
was
out
there.
and she performed "You Make Me Wanna," and that was a pleasant surprise to me. It was also very, very random because Kiki is not, she won't be a
No,
singer, but
really?
she does sing. She's multifaceted, so
So she was
I thought she was
singing?
an interesting choice, and she
What
performed
song was she
down. I got to
singing?
give Kiki her props. She performed down. Also, Summer Walker performed really good, and
Summer
I
Walker
will
was
say
there?
this: Summer stepped her game up. She did step her game up because she used to give absolutely nothing. But nowadays, she is giving a little something. So,
Do
congratulations
all
to
the
her. They definitely did save
females,
her from
rappers,
stepping
or
out of
singers
line.
have to wear that,
Also,
reveal
I
their
will
skill
say,
that
there goes
much?
my baby. She walking in the
Oh, Coco
crowd, she was
Jones?
strutting and giving the eyes to
I love
King
her
Papa, and he
costume,
was
like,
like, "Yeah, you
better.
about to risk it all." And also, she serenaded the
Hey, that
crowd.
guy looking at
Coco
her
was
like
cool.
that.
I still think Coco is still learning to be comfortable being sexy on stage. That's not typically something she taps into a lot, so she's still learning.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought she did a decent job. Now, I was disappointed with Marsha Ambrosius. She performed Superstar, and Marsha didn't do it for me. She
No.
just didn't do it for me. See, this is where they could have brought in a talented singing male singer. They could have brought somebody like Avery Wilson in there. They could have brought Luke James. They should have brought somebody who would sing down. But Marsha did not do it for me.
I love the
And let me
hat,
tell you,
right?
I was
No,
relieved
Chloe
when I
was
saw Halle
there.
Bailey step on that stage because everything
Mm.
cleared. You hear me? Chloe ain't
Wow.
nothing to
I
play with.
missed a
She
lot.
is a superstar. That girl
Like,
can sing. She performed Good Kisser. And you could tell that Usher was feeling her performance the most. Like he stood up, he was smiling, he was like, "Yeah, this is the one right here." Chloe delivered. She attacked the stage, and vocally she
why
did
with finger
everything. And
in the
let's
mouth?
be honest here. Chloe was probably the best vocalist of the night. Her vocal skill and her vocal control is highly impressive. Now, after Chloe performed, Tinashe performed
Hey,
Nice and
Tinashe
Slow,
was
and
there.
it was
Hmm.
decent, but I will say the energy fell flat. I don't think it was a good idea for Tinashe to perform after Chloe because you see the stark difference in their performances.
Why do they look
Tinashe's voice
similar?
sounds
Like
so
from the
bizarre. She's
previous
very
picture, they
tongue-tied,
look
but
like the same.
I think she was scared
Almost
off when I made
resemble.
fun
Yeah.
of the Bad Girls Dance tribute. That's more of her forte, in my opinion. But Victoria Monet and Tiana Taylor were the ones who performed for Bad Girl, and they killed it.
Wow.
They killed it. They actually referenced Usher's
Oh,
beyonce. And even though Victoria kind of bragged that she
oh, so
didn't
they
do it,
remade
I would
it.
also
Their
give kudos to
performance.
Tiana's vocals. I think
That was so
and
touching.
breath control, they both are really good performers. Really good performers. And last but not least, Lotto came out and ended the tribute by performing Ludacris's verse on Usher's song, Yeah. I thought this was so unnecessary. This was
Sometimes I
supposed to be
wonder
a nice
why,
ending.
like, other
It really,
musicians
really was.
perform
And I heard
other
Ramona was
musicians
supposed to be a
like
part of this tribute,
songs.
but she got canceled.
That's mostly the
It's
reason.
just really,
Okay, it's
really
different from you paying
unfortunate, and I
tribute
hate that for
to that
her. I really
person,
do.
but I
I
mean,
think she was supposed to be a
if the
part of this
person is
dance
not really
tribute.
old,
So the fact that she couldn't dance and she had to sit this out must have been very devastating. And it really annoyed me when people were criticizing Normani and saying that she has no drive and she's just making excuses. They were saying that she should have performed like Michael Jackson did.
mm-hmm.
When Michael had injured his foot, he sat down for the performance. He sat
Oh,
down, but the thing is,
so he had
Normani
injury.
was
That's why he was
expected to
sitting down.
dance for Usher. She was expected to
Oh,
dance. So if she couldn't dance, there's
oh.
no way she could perform, y'all.
I
She needs to
mean,
stop
I
acting
mean,
like
if
a
she was
doll.
injured, she was
If she wanted to get
injured.
up on that
What's a
stage
big
and
deal
just sit there
about
and
it?
sing, people would have still dragged her.
Mm-hmm.
So just
I
give her a
agree.
break. She's really going through a lot. And I do want to kind of talk about it in another video because she revealed some interesting tea about the issues with her label and her former management and how things have been just out of whack for her. She has just been dealing with a lot of
Oh,
pushback and attacks, honestly. And I rebuke all of these
amen.
attacks against her in Jesus' name. With all that's happening, I think Normani
Amen.
needs to come out on top and come out
Amen.
stronger than ever. But she's
Oh
still
my
going through a
god.
rocky
Impressive
patch
is so
with her
funny.
age. Yeah, so, prayers up. But anyway, that's all I have to
Oh.
say about the BET Awards, y'all.
I can say it was
It was
cool,
cool.
right?
It was
I
cool. A lot
mean,
of good performances, but the Usher tribute could have been better. And honestly, I think Usher should have got up there and performed himself.
Oh,
Get up
so
there.
Asha did not perform.
Anyway, let me just end this video. Tell what y'all think about this video down below.
All right. All right, guys. I don't know. I think this year BT was like one of the coolest. Why? Because one, because there were not like many controversies compared to previous years where people were always saying, "Oh, they dress like Nazi, they dress like a god," and all those things. At least this time around, the dressing was down and cool and just simple. And I mean, it's I'm really hurt that I missed it, but I'll go and catch up on the BET network channel to watch what really happened. All right, guys, thank you for watching with me. See you in the next video. Bye.